Just over 3 years ago, he walked away from a job on Wall Street that paid him more than $4 million a year. Since he left that firm, he says he's never been happier and he's never made more money than he's making right now.
Hi, I'm Gerald Reed from Sentiment Limited. Today, I'd like to give you the opportunity to make profits that most Wall Street traders only ever dream about. I say most traders because the top ones in the industry are using the same methods we're using at Sentiment Limited, my investment firm. But so far, we've been keeping these profit-making methods top secret because, hey, let's be real, we've been making a ton of money, and not everyone needs to know our secrets. But I quit Wall Street, walked away at the top of my game, and when I left, I decided to reveal these secrets to the world and create my own investment firm that would help traders make money exactly like the big sharks on Wall Street are doing. Give me just a few minutes and I'll explain how I'm able to do it and how you can cash in too, right away. Sound good? Now I know it sounds crazy, leaving that Wall Street job. I mean, most people would give an arm and a leg for a position like that. We're talking multi-million-dollar bonuses, a bottomless expense account, a trendy, spendy loft in Greenwich Village, standing reservations at the hottest Manhattan restaurants, courtside seats next to celebrities at Knicks games. Yeah, I was living the dream, as they say. Of course, there was the drugs and the drinking and the gambling and the women. Lots of all of it, too. Too much. I was an addict to all of them, and all of them were killing me. Another addiction I had was for making money, which came in handy with all of my expensive habits. And as a trader for some of Wall Street's biggest firms, I made fortunes for them and their shareholders, and I was well compensated for my efforts. See, the banks, the hedge funds, the big players on Wall Street, they don't attract the best people just by paying them nice salaries. My last salary was only $900,000 a year. I know, that's still a lot of money. But the really huge money comes from the bonuses they pay out based on performance for the prior year. That is where the millions come in. That is what determines if you'll be a regular at La Bernardine or get stuck eating cold pizza at home in front of Seinfeld reruns. Know what I mean? So after BSing my way into a CSFB internship, Credit Suisse would have shown me the door had I told them the truth about what a jerk I was at Columbia. I began to climb the corporate ladder, and I was damn good at it. I worked my ass off, first becoming a bond trader and then a credit default swap trader. Bank of America, Citibank, and a couple of others were practically throwing money at me to come work for their firms. I usually just leveraged one offer against the other and stayed where I was for more money. I mentioned being addicted to making money, and that's no joke. When I'd heard about a coworker making $10 million a year, I'd get pissed because I was only making $2 million. Thinking back on it now, it all seems kind of nuts. And if the constant, relentless drive for more money wasn't enough, there was the power. And believe me, when you're hanging around and having drinks with billionaires, you get exposed to real power. Those guys talked about the islands they were buying or how they planned on getting elected mayor or how Senator so-and-so stopped by the house the night before. Yeah, it was all just normal life to them, but most of the time my head was spinning. Sure, they're in for the money, but they really relish the power that comes along with the enormous wealth. So, I was making good money and living what I thought was the good life, when a few years back it kind of came to a screeching halt. After Lehman Brothers, Merrill Lynch, and Bear Stearns got into trouble in the housing crash, the federal government enacted the Dodd-Frank Act to try and prevent a collapse like that from happening in the future. Basically, it sets limits on the risks that banks can take with your deposits. But one of the other things it did was place a limit on what Wall Street firms could pay their traders and managers. What could have been a $5 million bonus one year might turn into $200,000 the next. Needless to say, the big guys were not happy. They were downright pissed off and they really turned into sharks. Their money was all they cared about. Not the firm, not their coworkers, not the customers, not the government regulations. It was all about their money and screw everything and everybody else that got in the way. You've heard the news stories about junkies robbing their grandma to get the next fix. This was just about that bad. Those successful, wealthy people that I looked up to before were now showing me a side of them that I wanted no part of. And I damn sure didn't want to become one of them. That's when I decided that I couldn't do it anymore. I had to get out. And this is where you come in. Come on, let's go for a ride.
While still working on Wall Street, Reed quietly started his own company, Sentiment Limited. It was a big risk to start a side project, knowing that it could get him fired from the firm. But like Gerald would say, that's what Wall Street is about, right? Big risks. He wanted to develop a trading program that would harness the best technology available and use it to bring wealth to non-traders, to normal, hard-working, everyday people. Gerald wanted it to be easy to use, but still make trades the way he traded, the same way he observed the wealthiest, most successful traders make their fortunes every day.
The markets reward risk takers, but I wanted a program that just takes smart risks, not long shots or swing for the fences gambles. But when risks pay off, when you're right, the rewards can be very, very nice. See, successful traders don't try to score big or hit a home run on every investment. They get rich by making a number of smaller transactions. Traders don't win all of their transactions all of the time. No one does for that matter. But by risking smaller amounts, by spreading the trades out among several of the most likely profitable assets, they catch a lot of winners a lot more often. They trade a lot of assets, they trade more frequently, they trade more quickly, they make more profits. And that is the type of software I set out to develop here at Sentiment Limited. I wanted to make a great product, so I went out to the best people that could do it. These are some of the brightest programmers in the industry. Many of them know the markets as well as I do. I also reached out to developers outside of the financial world because I wanted a program that was user-friendly, one that would be easy to use for people without any trading experience. After I described what I was after to my new team of superstar programmers and laid out the parameters for selecting the most probable as well as the most profitable transactions, these guys got to work. The algorithms they programmed into the Sentiment Assets trading program have simply performed unbelievably. There's nothing like it anywhere. Win after win, profit on top of profit, this software makes the wealthy trader's action look like child's play. The early rounds of research and beta testing, monitored by an independent third party by the way, have shown that anyone, even someone with no trading experience and very little starting capital, can quickly turn tiny amounts of money into large amounts of daily profits, then into huge amounts of long-term wealth. This program does everything for the trader start to finish, and does it better than any of my former Wall Street associates could ever do. No human would ever come close to touching the performance of the software. This program utilizes all the trading methods the Wall Street sharks are using, but combines several of their successful methods into one smart trading algorithm that proves itself every day with one winning trade after another. We sent a preview copy of the software to Bloomberg business analysts for their input, and to quote them, "This new Sentiment Limited Assets trading program is the new crown prince for trading software." During one day of monitored testing, our paper-traded account enjoyed an increase in value of 4,800%, turning the beginning $250 into more than $12,000 by day's end. This is the start of a whole new era for average traders. So far, we've quietly marketed the program to a small, select few traders. We wanted to get a feel for how it had performed before releasing it to the general public. And what's happened has been even better than I'd hoped for. Professional traders like myself, people who make millions on Wall Street, are using the program and have done so well with it that they've gone on to quit the big firms and are now trading just for themselves or some very big private clients. And they're making fortunes doing it, using the exact software I'm introducing you to today. And yeah, word has gotten out about how well my company, Sentiment Limited, is doing for our investors. What started out not too many years ago as a one-man show has grown to almost 200 employees while managing hundreds of millions of dollars of our investors' money. In fact, I've been approached by one of the Wall Street big boys about a possible buyout of the company, but I'm not going to go down that road. Now, it wouldn't be right for me to tell you who is trying to buy me out. Well, okay, the initials are B of A. Anyway, I've got other plans for the company and I damn sure don't need their money. Now, a lot of the traders using my program right now are wealthy acquaintances from my Wall Street days. But honestly, they don't need any more money. Besides, I'll be damned if I'm going to feed that greedy bunch of heartless sharks even more money to fund their Hampton estates, their $7,000 bottles of Oval Crystal vodka, or their $100,000 Ice-Link watches. Yes, they've got enough money. What I do want to do, though, is get it in the hands of ordinary individuals, normal, everyday family people. Perhaps someone like you that could use a program like this to provide a life for your loved ones that maybe you thought was always going to be out of reach to the average Joe. Yes, the Sentiment Assets trading software is about to make its fortunate users very, very wealthy. Remember me saying I'm now making more than the $4 million I was bringing in on Wall Street? Well, every dime that I'm now earning, I'm doing it using the exact same Sentiment Assets trading software that I'd like to give you here today. Yes, I did say give you this money-making program. If you're still watching this video, I'd like to give you the Sentiment Assets trading software that you could begin using later today and start seeing the profits come into your life this time tomorrow. And yes, I am talking a substantial amount of profits. A truly life-changing amount of wealth will soon be yours to spend any way you'd like if you fill in your information on the form on this page right now. Here's why I'm doing this. Why I want to give you this life-changing software here today. Sentiment Limited is about to go public. Within a few months, we'll be launching our IPO, the initial public offering. And if all goes well, yours truly will become an extremely wealthy man. Maybe not Gates or Zuckerberg type wealthy, but I will be very well off. The IPO underwriters and some of the larger investors have suggested that the more success early users like you have using the software, the higher the IPO price will be. Basically, when you make a lot of money, I will make a lot of money with higher stock price. Wall Street loves a winner. And when they see people like you winning trade after trade using my company's new product, they'll reward the company with a higher stock value right out of the gate. Now, I'm not suggesting you buy any of the stock or that you should be concerned about the IPO or the stock price or anything like that. What I am suggesting is that you fill out the form on this page, start using the program, and begin watching the profits coming in later today. You'll make money, a lot of money in fact, and I'll make money. And it won't cost you anything to get the process going. Let me make a couple of quick points here. First, Sentiment Limited is giving the software away here today. There's no cost today, tomorrow, or the next year, and there's no fine print that'll come back to haunt you later. This is Sentiment's gift to you that will pay off nicely for both sides. For Sentiment, a higher IPO price, and you with a lot of money coming into your bank account. Second, you don't need any experience trading stocks, bonds, commodities, or any other assets. The software takes care of everything, even placing the trades and cashing in on the winners. You won't have to do any researching, any reading, learn any ticker symbols, or start watching boring business channels. The program's algorithm is extremely powerful and will process billions of bytes of information in mere seconds. Third, you can start profiting with the software today, right away. I've never witnessed a program more capable of making more money than the Sentiment's Assets trading software. I have no doubt at all that you too will start making a lot of money right away like all the other traders that start using Sentiment software. Today, You have the unique opportunity to join me in using the strongest money-making machine ever made. And you can start to profit right away in a matter of minutes. It's all up to you. You either accept this free offer that will provide you and your family with the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, or you leave it for someone else. The decision is yours and yours only. But I am sure someone sent you this invitation for a reason. So think hard about this. But think fast, because there aren't many free copies left, and once they're gone, you'll lose out on this opportunity forever.
Fill out the form now and guarantee your financial future today. It's up to you. Fill in your information on this page right now and begin reaping the profits from your new software within a matter of hours. Or you can click out of this video and leave your free copy of the software for someone else. You know that it can be difficult to make a lot of money. You also know how having amounts of money like this program will bring in can change your life. Imagine what it can do for you and your family. This shouldn't be a tough decision, but it is all yours. Fill out your information on this page right now before it's too late and get your new financial freedom started today, right now.